Welcome everyone to Photo U. We're so excited that you would join us tonight, and I just realized I should probably turn my volume up a little bit so that I can hear you and you can hear me. So glad that you're here with us tonight. We're excited because we're going to talk about books, as in yearbooks or special books or whatever it is doing. But most people this time of year, you get to January and you're thinking, I've got all these photos and I need to do something with them. So we're going to start off with our digital stuff with Brooke, and then at about 7:30 we'll switch over to the hands-on, and I'll show you some things with our Memories for Life and Anthology. So this is recorded in case you know someone who's not here tonight. We will post it in the next couple of days. But I am going to turn the time over to Brooke. Brooke, are you ready? Oh, wait, before we start. Sorry, how about some points for the people who show up on time? I think we should give points away. Oh, Michelle. Michelle, if you will message Lisa Evans with your Heritage Makers account number, she will put 25 points into your account. Thank you for coming. And I just realized you're the one that hopped on right after I did, so you've had to put up with the whole video thing. So, you know, sorry about that. We like to have fun. So now I'm going to give it over to Brooke. And Brooke, I'm going to make you the host.
Okay. Let's make sure I can do this correctly this time. Okay, so you should be seeing my screen.
I can see it. Everyone else see it?
There's a couple of things. Okay, so we're going to start out in Snap to Finish tonight. We're probably going to do about half and half time, just depending on how much time each of these take. But we're focusing tonight on photo albums, be it digital or traditional, books to keep track of your photos for the year, or even gifts to give to others, great ways to give personalized gifts with books, that type of thing. So with the digital side of things, our 8x8, oh, sorry, was that a little feedback? Our 8x8 storybooks are on sale this month, correct, for January? Stacey, make sure I'm not losing my brain on that.
That is correct. Yep, 8x8, soft-bound and hard-bound.
Yep, so we just wanted to focus a little bit on those. So I'm going to show a couple of different fun options here in Snap to Finish. And I just wanted to mention, so we've got, in Snap to Finish, we've got the hardbound covers and softbound covers that we have also in Heritage Makers. But in Snap to Finish, we've also got the gorgeous Superior Lay Flat, which if you have not ordered one of those yet, I encourage you to try one. They're absolutely gorgeous. The pages are a little bit thicker, which gives great durability for kids, but they are more of a kind of more of a photo finish glossy surface on the pages. So you do want to be aware of fingerprints. But I've had one that's been hanging around my house for a couple of months now that my kids love to handle, that I did of one of our pets that recently passed away, and it has held up wonderfully with all the fingerprints and easy to clean off, and just a great option. So whichever option you prefer for maybe a yearbook, definitely take that into consideration if your kids will be handling it, or if it's more of a sit on the shelf and look at when they're older, anything like that. So we're going to play around with just some hardbound photo books for today. But like I said, keep in mind what your preference would be as far as the type of book that you order. So we're just going to play around in a regular 8x8 size storybook. And I'm going to show you a couple of fun options with 8x8 books today. So we're just going to open a, let's see, a basic white, very simple layout. And I have already gone in and uploaded an album of photos for January. This is my January of last year photos, but these could also be January of this year so far if you want to try and make your yearbook a little more bite-sized and just tackle it a little bit at a time throughout the year. Whether you were to order a monthly book or do maybe a 3-month setup, or if you just go in and add photos a month at a time so that it keeps you going throughout the year, so you're not doing quite as much at the end of the year to try and catch up and do a book. This is also very easy if you uploaded all of your photos for the previous year and just go in and select the album. I'm going to select all photos, so it's going to grab all of these. If I wanted to deselect any, like maybe if I've got a duplicate here and I only want one of the two, very easy to just select the photos that I want easily offhand, and then click Customize My Book, and it's going to auto-populate the layout of the book with your photos. Now, obviously, that's just a kicking off point. You could order it exactly as is. Me, I'm a little bit more of a customize and make it my own type of person. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to adjust the photos a little bit. Maybe if I want to group certain photos together. You'll notice it has some layouts with multiple photos, some with only one. I'm probably going to adjust it a little bit so that some of the layouts have a few more photos so that I can keep certain ones together. Like I can see, got pictures of my son with his cast last January, just things that I want to keep together. So really easy. If I select the photo on the layout, this is the cover, and then I can click photo up here and go to my albums and go back down to that January 2017 folder. So this is going to give me all those same pictures again, and it shows that they're selected if they are in the book. You'll see the one that I deselected is not there. So I'm just going to pick one that I think kind of represents January if I'm making this a January book. I think this lovely picture of snow on our back porch does it for me. And I'm going to change the text to maybe say family name and the year. Or no, let's see. Let's see. How about Robertson family, and then we'll say January 2017. So we've got kind of a title, subtitle. Maybe I go over here and select a more fun font just to make it a little more fun. I love fun fonts, and I make that a little bit bigger. It's sitting nice on the line, and just make it really fill the space a little bit better. So you could really easily adjust that. You could add a different color to the cover if you want to make it a little more personalized, but just really easy to give you a quick starting off point. Now, I'm going to go back to the first spread. And again, I'm not going to do this whole book. I'm just going to give you kind of an idea of how I would do this if I were doing a January photo book, just to easily put all of our January pictures, all of our favorites in one book and have it ordered and done. So let's say maybe we've got our front page here, and we'll just put, I love that you can just easily switch out the layout of a page. You can even have the pictures on here and it will just bounce them around in the layout. And then if you wanted, you could adjust and change which pictures. So then I'm going to go into my photos, and I'm going to just pick a couple. These will be duplicates in the book because I want them still in order. But if I want to maybe just pick a couple of our favorite pictures for the month and pop them in here. This cute one of my son collapsed on my husband after we were at family's house for dinner. So super easy, just fun, and then I could really type in whatever text I wanted here. There we go. So really whatever you want to type in as the text. And again, this doesn't have to be more of a title page. This could just be the same as any of the other pages in the book and just get a head start there. But really easy. And then I'm just going to go in and I'm going to start putting pictures together. So let's see. I'm going to put some of these first few pictures together because they kind of go together. Like I've got these two pictures of me while I was sick with strep at the beginning of the year. That was one fun way to start the year. So maybe we do a spread layout, and we do, say, 5 pictures. We could do something like that. And just put the matching pictures together so that we kind of tell the story. I'm kind of jumping around a bit. And again, if you guys have any questions, if you need any clarification, or if there's anything you're curious about how to do, please feel free to ask. That is one of the main reasons we are here tonight, is if you have any questions. So really easy to just adjust the layout a little bit. I like that these pictures kind of go together. My son was sick and he was all kinds of snuggly and I was loving it. Aside from the whining for being sick, but the snuggles were great. So really easy to just adjust and put the pictures together that go together.
Brooke, while you're working with these pictures, can I point out something?
Absolutely.
Unlike Heritage Makers, where we have marks that show the crop marks and the extra space needed for photos, if you click on, will you click on one of your 4 photo ones?
Yes, absolutely. These ones over here?
Yep. Okay, so notice that blue line and how it goes above where your picture is. That is the bleed area. So if you size that photo down so that it's actually on the page, you're taking away the bleed. So on any project, be very careful about resizing where the photo box is, because you could cut off part of your project.
Absolutely. So you can click transform and you can adjust the size of this box, but it will give you a bit of a white line, especially with the variance of when the pages are actually cut in production. This gives you that bleed area so that you get the full picture to the edge of the page look. And it is very convenient, but you do want to be aware. So see how it's cutting into my head a little bit. And if I had this picture down here on the bottom, it would probably cut into my son's chin. So you do start to pay attention a little bit more to which edge of the picture you're okay with cutting a little bit off of. So if this picture were down here, it cuts into my ear a little bit, which you can see there's plenty of space. But just to know and be aware of where it's going to cut off a little bit on the edge. It really doesn't take much, but sometimes those most important parts of the picture are very close to the edge, so you just want to be a little careful. So really easy. I've got these 5 pictures together, and I could put a little text blob here if I wanted to. And please enjoy my lovely, messy living room after the holidays last year. That was so much fun. So really easy just to go in, and you've already got the pictures in the book, but you can go through and adjust and maybe make it a little more of exactly what you would like to see. So that's more of what I wanted to focus on for this book. I want to hurry and go in and show you a different fun option with these 8x8 books in Snap to Finish. So I'm going to go into a softbound book for this one. And again, we're going to select the 8x8, which is on sale for this month. And then I want to draw your attention to some slightly more fun and decorative type of books. So there are these super cute ones in here. So like, let's play with this cute one. And then again, I'm just going to have it auto-populate just for the sake of showing you what I'm doing. If I were to want to make this into something fun for a gift, like a 10 Things We Love About You, and it's already got the fun colored backgrounds, it's really easy. And it did not put my pictures in there. Oh, I didn't select the pictures. I selected the album. Make sure you click select all so it selects the pictures. And then it's going to auto-populate really quick. So this would be really easy if you put together an album of pictures of a certain person, maybe pictures of them with other people they love, anything like that. Have it auto-populate into a book, and then all you need to go through is tweak the pictures a little bit. Like you'll see this one on the front cover is a portrait picture, but it's in a landscape frame. So I'm just going to slide it down a little bit so that my son's face isn't being cut off. Same with this one here on the inside page. So super easy. Just drag it down so that it's centered. I'll go back to the cover in just a sec. But if we want to say, and things we love about you, maybe make the text a little bit bigger if I want to take up a little more space. For some reason that picture on the cover isn't quite wanting to load. But we'll go back to it. So super easy. It's already auto-populating pictures into here. And then if you count it out, 21 pages, and you'll see this when I go into Heritage Makers and show a couple of new templates that have been added. 21 pages is actually perfect for doing a spread a piece for 10 different things that you love about a person. So really easy to just, yeah, it's not auto-populating all the pictures. I think my internet's rather slow tonight. Always tends to happen right when you need it. Right, Stacy?
Absolutely. That and large photos. Those two things slow everything down.
Yes. Well, and these are slightly larger photos. These are not Instagram pictures like some of the others. Okay, so really easy to just type in something, make it a little bit bigger, make it more of a title on the page. You'll notice it's telling me that some of the text is going to be cut off where it's sitting. But then I can easily grab this and maybe adjust a little bit. And I can easily grab these pictures if I want to adjust a little more and slide them around so that there's a little more room for this text if I want it to be down here. So really easy to just adjust those. And again, my son's face, there we go. Make sure I select the right thing. So super easy. It's telling me that this might be cutting off, but it's just because it's overlapping with the picture. As long as you can see the text. Yeah, you should.
Actually, it's because it's outside the page.
Oh, that too. That would do it too. So it might be a little happier if I grab this and make it a little less wide. So really easy. Again, this would be super fun to just easily customize a book to give to someone for maybe Valentine's Day or a birthday, anything like that where you'd want to put together a quick book. Kids love having books with pictures of themselves, pictures of their family, their friends. It's a great way to give a good gift that will last forever. So if we've got any questions in Snap to Finish, otherwise I'm going to go ahead and go over to Heritage for a few minutes.
So far, no questions, so I think you're good to go.
Okay, I will keep this open, so if you have any questions for Snap to Finish, please feel free to ask, and we will come back to it. So for today, I wanted to start off in the template gallery for Heritage Makers because we've got a few really great books. I'm refreshing that just because I always do out of habit whenever I go into the template gallery, just because it pops things new to the top, and that way you know you're seeing the very newest templates at the very top. So there are lots of fun new templates that have been added in the past few days. These super cute monthly memories templates by Lisa are absolutely adorable. Very simple, very easy to customize with just some fun background papers, a little bit of a monthly theme for each of the different months, but very easy layouts with pictures to just pop in, customize a little bit of text, and you're good to go with a quick and easy monthly photo book. So again, super easy to just be able to get a head start on your yearbook for the year by doing it in bite-sized pieces. So again, what we were talking about a little bit with those 10 things I love about you, you may have seen this if you were on the YGY photo group. I think Lisa posted a preview of this one. But a super easy idea just to personalize with 10 things that you love about a person. It could be 10 things that we love about you as a family, 10 things that I love about my husband, 10 things I love about my child, 10 things I love about us. If you'll notice, there was a 10 things us. So 10 things I love about us, and they're just these really easy, bright, each of them has a different color scheme that kind of coordinates with the feel of that book. But you could easily change out the colors on the back of these pages if you would like to, and just customize the text, drop in a couple of pictures, and you're done. So very, very easy. You could easily finish one of those in 15 minutes if you've got the pictures put together and you know what text you want to put on each page. So very, very easy to start and finish in one sitting. And then we've got just some fun books by Lisa, some other ones. This was a fun one. It's not an 8x8, but I probably should copy this into an 8x8 storybook. I don't know why I didn't. But this is a very versatile template, kind of like the 10 things we love about you. You can customize this text on it and make it any two people. It could be two siblings. It could be a mother and son. It could be husband and wife, brother and sister, anyone. So very easy. And then all it is different photo layouts on the pages for pictures of those two people. So very, very easy to customize. You could add text if you'd like, or just keep it simply photos, but just a fun way to kind of document those pictures of two people together. Really fun to look at. I thought it would be so much fun to have one of those for each member of the family with mom and dad or with a sibling. Just a fun gift that they would love to look through pictures of themselves. If we go down, so we've got some yearbook templates, and then I wanted to, and then this one. Again, very, very easy. This is a yearbook, but bite size, just a few pictures for each month. So January, you've got your top 10 pictures and a little bit of text about them. Very, very simple, but very fun to look at and giving you that yearbook feel without a whole bunch of work. Because we know how daunting it is to try and think, oh, I haven't done that yearbook for last year, but oh, do I want to go through all those pictures and pick a template and all of that? It can be a bit daunting. So very simple. If it gets something done so that you have it on hand, that's the most important part. So whatever you would like to do to be able to get that done. Now, I wanted to show a couple of things in Studio today. First, I'm going to go down and I'm going to simplify this to 8x8 storybooks. So we've got literally almost 400 8x8 storybook templates of all kinds of different varying themes, and very easy to customize these and even change them. So this one right here is what I want to play in today for one of our things. So this is a yearbook template. So it's designed to have one spread per month, but just very simple photos, a little bit of text, and very easy to customize. But we are going to change it to a month or a couple of months of a yearbook, as opposed to taking apart the whole year, but maybe just a month or two at a time. So while it's thinking, okay, I'm going to go ahead and toggle off the design guide just so that you guys can see a little bit more. Again, as I always say, if you haven't worked in that style of product, please make sure you read these. They're very good, easy tips just to help you read the layout better and know what you should understand about this type of book. So I'm just toggling it off so I can make this a little bit bigger. Again, this is a very, very simple, easy layout. It's just got pictures, some text. This over here, you'll notice, is a text box, so you could change this or delete it entirely, but very easy to change it to be a certain month. So this is actually a word art piece, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it because I'm not going to be doing 2014. And then I'm just going to pull up a text box and type in maybe, let's do, you know how cute it is to do numbers for the date lately. It's very, very in style. So I'm going to pick, actually, I'm going to grab the same text used over here. So arrow. And then I'm just going to make it a bit bigger and rotate it 90 degrees. If I'm not absolutely certain if it's 90 degrees, I can go here to the layout tab. And I was actually pretty close. So set it to 90 degrees. Maybe if I don't like how that's sitting, I can always rotate it back. And maybe we'll do, make it a little taller. And do a dash between. And my line spacing is a little big, so I'm going to take it down so that we can fit them into a smaller space. But super easy. Or I could just write January. I could do January 2017. Whatever you want to put there. I'm going to make the text this pretty navy blue so it stands out a little bit. And then all I'd have to do is switch out the pictures, change the name over here if I want. If I can even type my own name, and easily done. So this one here is another word art piece, but I could just do my M from before and make it bigger, or you can right click on an item and open collection. And I'm thinking she pulled it off of a word art in here. But I'm guessing there are most letters of the alphabet in here. So like this, I could swap out. And then keep it locked, adjust it. I'm just going to slide it over to the M. This might be getting a little technical in here, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. But I just slid that over, and then I'm just going to adjust the box a little bit because the M is a little bit wider than the B was. And then just slide it over a little bit. There we go. Looks like I've got a little bit of the letter next to it. So again, this is more of a kind of an in-depth adjustment. You don't have to be this custom about it. you could really easily just copy and paste this text box and make the M larger if you really want to keep the monogram letter there. So again, super easy. It's got an intro page, and then I'm just going to skip to one of these spreads. Again, these are set up for months, but I can just delete this title here. And since I'm calling this January, all I'd have to do is set up some text in here, whatever I want to say about my pictures. I'm going to go into my photos here, and I'm just going to drag some up. Let's see, let's grab some that fit the spot. Cute pictures of our Disneyland trip last February. We'll pretend it's January. But really easy to just drop in pictures. This one needs to be adjusted just a little bit so we can see some faces. And then adjust the text to mention something about our Disneyland trip and go to the next page. Easy as that. So instead of making it an entire year, if I'd rather have more pictures for a month or maybe a 3-month spread, it'd be really easy to just doing something. There we go. Just focus on a little bit of time as we go, as opposed to trying to remember to do everything at the end of the year. So really easy to just get it done. So there, if we don't count the text that I still need to write, there's an entire spread already done and a good portion of the month if that's all your pictures. So even if you are doing it as a full year, and just go in and do a month at a time so that at the end of the year you just finish up that last month and order it, just giving yourself those bite-sized portions at a time makes it a much less daunting task in the end. I have one more thing to show, but do we have any questions, Stacy?
No questions, you're good.
Okay, we will keep chugging on then. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show, so maybe if you are more the scrapbooking type, but with digital, you do digital scrap pages, or even if you've been doing the now and later calendars, which have the perforated tear out 12 by 12 or 8 by 8 pages. So I wanted to give you a fun idea with the 12 by 12 postbound albums. My caps lock's still on. So I'm going to open a blank postbound album. If you haven't seen one of these before, I absolutely love them to be able to put our 12 by 12 scrapbook pages in. And it's just a nice personalized way to hold them. The 12 by 12 pages do fit in traditional 12 by 12 albums or even in the Our Memories for Life albums. So however you'd like to do that. But these are just a fun way to have a very personalized feel to it. And I skipped a step. I didn't mean to open that yet. I wanted to go into the template gallery again. Sorry, guys. And show you, since it's a 12 by 12 page, so this is actually a postbound album that I made of the 2017 template that's down below more. But giving the same idea, you can pull a cover off of a 12 by 12 storybook, or even if you want to get a little more creative with it, but especially if you don't want to worry about pictures or a little more simplified, you can grab off a 12 by 12 wrapped canvas or metal print. So any of these are great and already nicely sized to be put on the front of a postbound album. So maybe if I don't want to have pictures on the cover, but I want to have our name, I could make one with this, and that would be very, very easy. Or even something like this snapshot display. So I'm going to grab a couple of these, and I'm just going to click the little heart, which adds it to my favorites. Let's see if maybe there are any others. Maybe if I was doing a baby book or one of these. Okay. Now I'm going to go back. So since I've added those to my favorites, now I'm going to go back into our postbound album. I'm reloading it because if I had left it open before selecting the favorites, then it might not have populated those into Studio that was already open. But since I opened Studio after selecting them, those will all be down here in the My Projects tab under My Templates. So I've got quite a few here. See if we remember the names of a couple we selected. Like maybe this one. So Our Year 2016. So I'm just going to type in 2016, and there it is. So you can type in the name and search for it. You can also select by product type if that's easier to remember, whichever way helps. And then all I'm going to do is select the front cover page, so FC, and then import page. Yes, import this page. It's just telling you that if there was anything else on the page before you import it, it will delete anything else that was there. So be completely aware that everything else will go away and it's just going to import this new page. So it's telling you that. I clicked OK and it imports it. Now I'm just going to drag select all of this. You can also do Control A or Command A if you are on a Mac. If you prefer keyboard commands, I'm going to unlock it and just hold down Shift and kind of tab it over a little bit. Now I'm seeing that it's not quite tall enough to cover all of the bleed area, so I'm going to make it just a little bit taller, top and bottom. And then that puts it just about centered where I want it. Again, I can adjust a little bit if I need to. I'm going to have to grab this background paper, and I can either click unlock the proportions here, or I can just hold down Shift, and that will allow me to stretch it and skew the proportions a little bit. You'll notice it's going a little bit into the yellow, but it's really just barely, and since it's a solid paper with just a little texture, it should be fine. If this were a picture or something with some texture to it, you wouldn't want to go too far into the yellow or any above that, because then it might be very, it could be blurry when it's printed. But it should be fine. It's just barely in the yellow, and it's a solid paper with just a little bit of texture, so I'm not too concerned about it. And then I kind of want to adjust where this is sitting on here. So again, I'm going to drag select. I'm going to hold down Shift and deselect the background paper. So all I've got is the design here. Unlock it, and then I can scoot it around if I want, maybe up a little bit, so that I have it sitting just where I want it to. So really easy, and then all I'd have to do is change out the pictures. If I want to change this to a different year, again, just right-click, open collection. These are alphabet pieces, so you've got different color options, and you can just lock these and drop in a new number. And if it's not quite fitting properly, just remove the crop and it'll give you the space. You might need to adjust the spacing just because different numbers have different widths, so they will have different sized boxes, if that makes sense. So they will require maybe a little bit of adjusting, but not too bad. So very easy. And then all I'm going to do is grab this background piece, copy, go onto the back cover and paste. Drag it to center, or if I want to be too technical about it, I can go to layout, to page, and then align middle, align center, and it'll pop it right into the middle. So super easy, and now I've got a really quick and easy post-bound album to be able to put my scrap pages in. So you could do this again with any cover of a book, with the cover of your calendar that you were using for the previous year to hold all those calendar pages, or even the a 12 by 12 canvas or metal print, anything that you love. It's very, very easy to turn into a post-bound album because it's only 2 pages, and so it's very, very simple to do. If we have any questions, Stacey, I will go over those. If not, I think it's for traditional.
Yep, there are no questions. Nope, someone was just saying that they use their now and later calendar for those as well.
Yes, I love the now and later calendars. I love being able to keep those pages for the future, because throwing away a calendar just seems like a waste at the end of the year.
Yeah, no kidding. Certainly does.
Sorry for stealing a little bit of your traditional time. I was close.
You're just fine. I'm good. So if you'll give me the host back, that would be lovely.
Yes. Okay, let's see.
Thank you so much for all the great ideas. That really made it great. So for hands-on, we're continuing on with the concept of working on your photos from the year. And so I want to share a couple of ideas of things. With hands-on, one of the things I think I get overwhelmed with the most is all those layouts for all those photos. In a book, you know, a storybook, a digital book, it's easy to just copy and paste things down and take out the photos and adjust it. So I want to show you some tips that I have for actually making it a little bit easier. So I have here, this is a sketch that I found. I'm going to move it up higher there. Okay, so this is a sketch, and what I did was I cut it apart so that now I have 2 different pieces here, okay? And the idea is that you take these two layouts and you can actually rotate them, and you'll now have 4 two-page layouts that you can use, and then you just keep rotating things through, okay? So I want to show you how I did that. Plus, the other thing that you want to think about, and this is really obvious in digital books too, is that to make it cohesive, and to make it cohesive, you want to pick 2 to 4 colors that you want to use throughout all of your layouts, okay? So, this is the first one that you can see. I was like, okay, that went to something wild. Okay, so this is the left side, this is the right side, okay? And I didn't put photos on these, so we just kind of focus on the layouts. The other thing is that you want to pick 2 to 4 colors that you carry through the whole thing, and typically you want to kind of pick one that's going to be your neutral. So I'm using on this the Our Memories for Life Cloud White refill pages. So there's a little bit of a design on the backs of these. This one has a crosshatch. Some of the other ones you'll be able to see a little bit better. And then the colors I'm focusing on are blue and green and gray. Okay, and then I'll have some pops of colors like these brads that kind of tie things in. The other thing I did was I didn't use just one kit. Okay, so this is from the Happy Life collection. This paper is from the Floral Flourish collection, and this journal card here is from It's Kids World. And then this sticker is actually from the Great Outdoors sticker sets, okay? So that's the first one that shows the designated layout that was in that sketch. So if we then take this sketch, rotate it so it's like this, okay, so now we have the title on the side. Hold them up closer, sorry. Title is on the side. You'd have more photos on the bottom, and you'll notice I ditched the small photo idea. You can definitely put them there. And 4x6s, and on the other side, your photos rotate, okay? So that's the look we're going for. So here is the first page. So you see I have my title down the side. I have my strip at the bottom, and I'm using this actually for journaling. This is Happy Life, border strip and paper. And then I just used some blue cardstock from Our Memories for Life, and then this is one of the stickers as well. And this is also on the Cloud White refill pages. And then this is the second page, okay? So here's the layout. Try and keep those so you can see them. So we have our 3 photos. And then for our journaling block, because I wanted to have this photo bill stand out a little bit better, I put a piece of that blue cardstock there and used my white gel pen to write some lines, and then we have a sticker here from Happy Life, okay? So that's option number 2. Now if I rotate again, I have the boxes on the left, my title goes on the bottom, and then the other side, everything shifts up to the top, okay? So here's option number 3. And remember, I'm using greens and blues and the white background, okay? So here is the left page. Let me slide that up a bit. Now on this one, I played around a little bit more because this border strip, which is from Floral Flourish, was perfect for a title. So I have this space down here, and so instead of putting the title there, I put an accent there. You could still put a sticker or a title or whatever you want there, okay? So Floral Flourish, this is Floral Flourish. This is from the birthday sticker set. This guy is from the Happy Life, and this is from Happy Life using a border punch. I also, you'll notice I'm using foam squares to pop things up so that you get a little bit of depth on everything. And then on this side, you'll notice that I've moved the focus point up here like it is on the sketch. I have my 3 photos and the same paper. Now I love the Pearls and Brads collection from Anthology, and so I added a few pearls there. And this sticker is from forgot the name, the Year to Snap word art. Okay, so Now we have a total different look just by rotating that sketch. So let's talk about option number 4. I actually want to walk you through option number 4. So if I rotate it again, that puts our strip at the top, the title is on the left, 2 images, our 3 photos, and our focal point on that one shifts. So again, I am using for this the cloud white base. Okay, so there's my base, and I have actually pre-cut some things just because, for the sake of time, you know, it makes life easier. And I wanted to show you some options. Now, you'll notice that on the background of these, you've got a light part and a dark part. And I interpreted that being that I could either use my background and another paper, or I could use another paper and a background. So on this one, I'm actually using a paper for the light part and letting my background shine. But I wanted to show you 2 different options. And let me slide that over. Okay, so this is one option using Happy Life papers. And I think it looks great. If you wanted something that wasn't quite so bold, though, this is another Happy Life paper. And this one's got this beautiful tan and gray in it. Oh, it helps if I put it the right way. And that would be the look that you get on that page. So the great thing about these are you can swap them out to look the way you want them to with your photos. And this is what it would look like on the second page, because the second page has the solid part on the bottom. So it'd either be like that, or it could be like this. Okay, so you decide which one you want. I'm going to build it out with the dark because the dark speaks to me, but you could do whatever you want. So I'm just going to put a little adhesive on the back of this. One of the things I love about Happy Life is even though it has a lot of words that are kind of fall-based, there are so many designs in this that can be used for anything, okay? So there's that guy. Now, in the sticker set is this really cute scalloped edge, okay? And so I'm just going to layer this on, and it doesn't go all the way, and I'm okay with that. I just want to kind of put it over the edge a little bit. I could pop it up if I want to even, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to lay it on like that. Sorry, I have to pull this down. And I'm going to put this one all the way at the top, but you could also leave just a small gap up at the top if you want to. Okay, so there's that part. Now, looking again at our layout here, that means that I need to put my 2 photos on. Okay, so my 2 photos are going to go here. Now, I've been making these samples all day, and see this paper that doesn't matter which side? I can't tell you how many times I have flipped this paper over so that I could put the adhesive on the back. Didn't need to do it, but you know, old habits die hard, right? Okay, so there's one, and these do line up. And keep in mind that you may not be able to see this paper very well here, but your photos themselves would show up better, okay, because you have more to work with there. You're having more things show up. Now, for my title, I'm going to use that word art, and I'm going to just put a sticker right here, and I'm going to use the My Heart is Wherever You Are. So I'm just going to peel this guy off. They are clear stickers with a little bit of whitewash that helps them stand out. I'm just going to position it where I want it to be. And then for the piece that goes right here in the middle, those of you who know me know how much I love me a fox. Okay, so here's my little fox, and actually I want to pop him up. And yes, he is sticky, but I can put some foam squares on the back of it. You can actually, if you want, put baby powder or cornstarch or something to take the sticky off. I really don't worry about it since it's all going to stick to something anyways. But if you don't like dealing with the sticky mess, then put some baby powder or cornstarch on the back of it, and that'll de-stickify it, okay? So I'm just going to put my little fox right here in the middle, and there's page number 1, okay? So that's that guy right there. Now, for page number 2, on this one, Okay, that's this drawing right here. First of all, I'm going to put the blue along the bottom, and I seem to have lost my adhesive runner here. And I didn't really get adhesive there. Okay, so I'm going to put my paper down at the bottom, lining it up. Okay, there's that down. And then for this particular design, I have, again, my three photos. Okay, so these two photos line up on the bottom. So I'm going to put this one down first to use as my guide. Oh, see, turned it over so I could put the adhesive on the back. Yep, didn't need to do it. And I'm just going to position that so it's even on the right and the bottom. Oh, my goodness. Come over here, same spacing in between, and line it up. And you think, wow, can't see worth a bean on this thing. Okay, there's that one. And then I'm going to stick this guy right here so he lines up with that guy like that. Okay, then for my section up here, I thought it'd be fun to do these little journaling cards. So this is a journal card, and basically what I did is I trimmed it, and I have this extra piece of the paper from Happy Life, and I'm not sure why, but oh, there, it's finally working. I'm just going, yep.
Can you slide the layout up a little bit so that we can see the entire thing?
Better?
A little more? There we go.
Okay. No problem. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this in the center of this paper, and then I'm going to just trim off this excess here. Now, you could get your trimmer. I'm just going to use my scissors because it's not that big of an area. And then I have one more of these little guys, and so I'm going to do, actually, I think I'm just going to do the one. So I'm going to put feeling there. And lost my little drawing. Okay, there's my drawing. I could do it this way, but I'm actually just going to put him right here and line him up with this guy down here. And I can put it close, I can put it far away, whatever I'd like. And then I'm just going to grab one of, I think I'll grab this little flower here and just put him off to the side. Okay, and again, normally I would probably pop him up just so that he shows up a little bit better. That is layout number 2, the second half, sorry, of that layout. So again, here is the first side. There is the second side. Each one of those looks totally different, even though it used the exact same sketch and just rotated it all those times, okay? Now, another thing you could do is I found 3 single-page sketches. So if you're doing 2-page layouts, you could say, okay, I'm going to put these 2 together. Instead of the title here, you just put a photo or an accent. Next time I'm going to do these 2 together. Then I'm going to do these 2 together. Then I'm going to rotate that, and this time I'm going to do that. So you just keep moving them around, but you don't have to come up with new ideas, and then use colors that keep it consistent all the way through. Now, let me show you Anthology. So with Anthology, where did I put my Anthology? Oh, they're there. With Anthology, I pulled out the, oh gosh, forgot the name. Something Lilac. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why that just went right out of my brain. But the great thing about this set is that she includes Whispering Lilac, there it is. This is an actual layout kit, okay? So it comes with diagrams. It comes with the images of all the different layouts and even gives you tips on things you can do. It comes with white cardstock to build these out on, but I wanted to show you some of the possibilities if you swapped out for different colors, okay? So for example, oops, that's left over from Facebook Live, so sorry. This is layout number 1, which is this layout here. So this is what it would look like if it was on white. I put it on gray, And the gray just kind of makes that yellow really pop off the page. All these white spots are where photos would go. Okay, so you can follow the same instructions, the same layout, although you'll notice that instead of doing square photos, I actually did 4x6s and just stretched them, okay? And this is the gray cardstock from Our Memories for Life. It tied in beautifully with that. Then I went and found the Our Memories for Life, I think it's Buttercup or something. This is layout number 2. This is what it would look like if it was on white. This is what it looks like on that Buttercup. And again, it's just a different contrast. It's not better or worse or anything. It just depends on the look that you're wanting for your layouts. And I like a little more color on mine. Lisa and I were talking about this earlier today. She's a neutral girl. I'm a bring on the color girl, okay? The great thing about this kit is that you're going to have the same colors throughout your layouts and your albums. So it makes it very easy to have cohesiveness all the way through. So I'm going to show you layout number 3 using the white paper. So you can see what it would look like. And I want to make sure I've got these in the right order. I sure do. The key to using this kit is that you really need to look at these cutting instructions, okay? If you don't look at these cutting instructions, you will not have enough paper, because Kim does this amazing thing. Kim Hyde shows you how to make the most of your papers, okay? So that is the great thing about this particular kit, is that you're getting a lot of great stuff, but you're really getting some great tips too, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is put this guy right in the middle, kind of in the middle, okay? And then put some adhesive here, and he goes with a little bit of a gap on the left-hand side and top to bottom. Straight is preferred over crooked, but you know, we'll take whatever we can get when we're doing it live. Okay, then we have some photos, and this one uses 4x6 photos. So the first 4x6 goes here, the second 4x6 goes down here, and I kind of like to lay my things out a little bit so I know where exactly I'm putting things. And then I can decide, oh, well, I kind of want to adjust something. I don't want it exactly in that spot. That looks pretty good. So this is my photo. I would put my photo down first. I always put down objects that kind of are key to where the layout is going. So a lot of times that's my photos. Sometimes it's not. And I would be much more careful with my photos than the wrinkly edges that you can see on this guy. Okay, then this is a cute little journal card, and I'm just going to adhere him, and he just goes on the end of this. You could line up at the bottom, you could center it, do whatever you would like on that one. And then this is gray cardstock that came, oops, not that one. This is gray cardstock that came with the kit that's just cut to 3x4 inches. So you could put photos on these. Okay, so I am not going to adhere those right now because this is also a photo that you kind of want to be able to access. So you want to make sure you do that. And then I realized that heartfelt. Okay, this is the sheet that comes with this set. And you can use your trimmer, you can use your scissors, and you can leave the dashed lines showing if you want. You can trim them off. I tend to trim mine off, but you can do whatever you would like. And I'm actually just going to cut a straight edge here because that's what it is. And I'm sorry you probably can't see me cutting because I keep pulling it close to me instead of holding it out. And I did a really bad job getting those little black lines off, the dashed lines off. Try again, and try again. Some of these I do use my trimmer for, and some I don't. It just depends. And on this layout, it's showing that the end is notched like a flag. So I'm just going to cut in the center, and then I'm going to go from the purple, because I want that to be my edge. I'm going to cut up to where that notch, that first cut is. So I'm just lining my scissors up so that this gives me the same depth on both sides. And then this guy goes right here, so I'm just going to put a couple of foam squares behind him. And he goes over just a little bit over the bottom of that photo, so you can position it wherever you would like. And then there's also this cute little, oh, there he is, heart, that would go here once you get your photos on. And I would put a foam square on that as well. You need a 1-inch punch for these guys, okay? So there's page number 1, all done. It's pretty straightforward, okay? Page number 2 looks a lot the same. Put the colorful strip in the center of the gray strip. This guy goes just a little bit away. Whoa! Nothing like a movable table. A little bit away from the edge. Kind of want to have the same spacing you did on the other page. You could actually put the other page next to you to line it up if you want. Then on this one, you'll see that I have this polka dot page with a picture, and I have 2 other spots for pictures as well, okay? So again, I'm going to lay out where I want things to go. So this goes here, this goes down here, and I seem to have lost parts here. Parts is parts. Okay, and then it would also have another photo here. Oh, and this guy, he goes right there. This is a 2-inch punch, okay? And again, I'm going to pop dot this guy, and I'm just going to stick him to the edge of where this polka dot is. On these ones that are big like this is actually a 4x6 space, so you need to do a little bit smaller photo in there. You can do a square photo, circle, whatever it is you want. But that's how easily these layouts go together. And again, you're looking at the same colors all the way across, so it's very cohesive. You get the same look, and you can follow along exactly as she has it, or you can decide that, I just want to do my own thing, and you can definitely do your own thing, okay? So hopefully that gives you some ideas of things that you can do to make your albums and make them quickly, not have to worry about figuring out new ideas and things. Let me start my video back up again. I have to find myself though. And you guys forgot to tell me to pick more people for my for points. Good grief. Okay, let me pin myself on the first screen and apparently on the second screen as well. There we go. Okay, so we have a few people left. Let's give away some more points really quick. We're going to give away points to Alice Land. Alice, if you will message your account number, Heritage Makers account number, over to to Lisa, she would love to give you 25 points, okay? So, any questions before we go? Looks like Lisa's got all sorts of questions answered, so glad that's the case. Remind you that on Tuesday we have the photo call where we'll talk about the promotions and things for Tuesday, so spread the word. Or not for Tuesday, for February. So we'll see you Tuesday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. If not, we will see you next month. Photo U is on the 4th Tuesday, and Lisa, I didn't look at the date again. So, not sure what the 4th Tuesday is. Check out the 4th Tuesday. 22nd, thank you so much. Okay, 22nd. So, we'll see you back here for Photo U on the 22nd. Have a wonderful evening, and thanks so much for joining us. Bye.